feel? How would you feel? It's personal. That make you feel because that's how perception is reality.
Some people think they can escape consequences until karma comes knocking. From entitled meltdowns to shocking betrayals, tonight's stories prove that the law never forgets.
Burn over a white person.
You're being hella aggressive to me for no reason. You're gonna push me in the car like...
When arrogance meets accountability, reality always wins. Stay tuned for the downfall they never saw coming, only on our Cops Dream. Please hit like and subscribe for more jaw-dropping moments.
Yeah, but that's why when I rolled up, I saw who you are and all stuff. It's
Right. Listen, let me tell you something. On the flip side of this bullshit, I got too much to lose. When a got to lose, they'll try you. They'll do whatever. Now I got too much to lose.
Ever wonder how a bad day can spiral into something much, much worse? Well, for this former employee, losing her job wasn't the end of the story. It was just the beginning of a meltdown so intense that it ended with police intervention. On May 28, 2024, officers were called to a leasing office after a recently fired employee refused to go quietly. Her frustration quickly escalated, and rather than accepting her termination, she made it everyone's problem.
what's going on?
It wasn't necessary. Miss April, when a
going on?
crunk in our office, and I'm sick of it.
I got you.
You feel me? You let me go, be a nasty, and it's cool. No, it's cool.
We know each other.
Beat that ass, and that's on everything. I should have beat that ass, and that's on everything.
I got you. Look.
No, that. I've been too good to this motherfucking place, and she let me go on some fucking personal and it's good. But I'm telling you, I'm tired of her belittling me. I should have slapped the her. That's so good. No, very much so, because I done gained too much time in this motherfucking place, and people treat you up, and that up, and I should have slapped her, and then you could have took me, and I would have went politely.
I got you.
Man, her.
So we know each other, right?
I'm about to go. Can I just go?
You can't right now.
I'm about to go. She want me off her property. I'm about to go.
No, but right now, let's talk to
Man,
her.
hey, listen, ain't nothing to talk about at this point. I just want to go. You come to my house.
Look, I know where you stay. Possible. If this is
I don't want to talk
is,
to that. I'm done with that. Because if you put me back in there, you going to put me in handcuffs. Don't want to talk to her, man. It ain't nothing to talk about.
I know.
That lady standing there and she getting up. How the would you feel if you was in a position and somebody laughed at you from letting you go? That set me off. No, that. You hear what I said?
Right,
How would you feel? How would you feel? It's personal. That make you feel like you small. First of all, I had a party on Saturday. You wanted to control everything. Too much noise. You had an issue about the hookah. But you can't have a problem about people smoking hookah when you a cigarette. It's the same. You feel me?
Yeah.
We had a DJ. You had an issue with that.
Okay.
You came and talked to me on Saturday, and everything you asked me to do.
Good.
Just now from the office to the computer, all I want to do is I got personal stuff on there.
Yeah.
I just want to delete my personal. You snatched the laptop from me, and I told you, don't snatch it. Like, don't play with me. Don't be fucking rude because you got the upper hand right now.
Right.
Don't, because I'm about to slap you.
I got you.
Don't do that.
You're good.
Like, don't do that. You don't want nobody to touch you. Don't antagonize me to touch you.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody you have something and somebody snatch it from you, sir, what you gonna do? You gonna feel away, right? Take the police out of it, the human side of it. You gonna be mad, right?
I understand, man.
Yeah, like don't do that. You poking the wound already there, and you saying little, and you doing little, and I'm just supposed to say that. Nah, damn it, you already know how I rock. I ain't like that. I done took a lot of from this lady, so this was my opportunity to say how the I felt, and I just want to leave. All I said was, let me delete the stuff off of this computer because it's my personal stuff.
Right.
Because it's my computer, like my email and all my stuff is linked to that. That's all I wanted to do. Shantae said I can do it. So why are you arguing with me about a computer that I'm not going to take? I'm going to leave it. That's where the argument went left. But the argument went left from the office because you think you could say whatever the you want to say to me. This one, I ain't got to bite my tongue. You got flying down the thing, I should have beat her ass by then. Because that's how perception is reality.
Yeah, but that's why when I rolled up, I saw who you are and all stuff. It's
Right. Listen, let me tell you something. On the flip side of this bullshit, I got too much to lose. When a got to lose, they'll try you. They'll do whatever. Now I got too much to lose.
most likely what's going to end up happening on the civil side is just depending on as far as if she wants you like to where you're not supposed to come back on.
Instead of walking away quietly, she turned her own misfortune into a full-blown disaster. Demanding access to her work computer, she insisted on deleting personal files, but things didn't go her way. The moment tension crossed the line, witnesses had all the confirmation they needed. This was no longer just an argument.
Oh my God, sir, I ain't got no reason to come back out here.
Right, I'm just saying that's all as far as paperwork wise. We'll see where as far as that stuff goes just right now, because obviously we have to do our side. Don't leave till I come back and all that stuff we get sorted out.
Well, I got first of all, what's so funny is my kids have an appointment. I was leaving anyway to take my kids to an appointment.
I have another officer coming out because I don't
Yeah, that's fine. You want to be biased. Oh.
I just don't want to, yeah.
Listen, you could. If you want to talk to me, what's your name? It's Bob.
Gillen.
Okay, you can talk to me. I don't care. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. And I sit there with my hands crossed and no.
Right.
No. You want to go there? Let's go there.
Right.
I done let this lady try me for a year. So therefore, she just got what I should have gave it to her 6 months ago. She just got it. Yeah, she don't want this smoke. I'm telling you, you don't want this smoke. This ain't what stay here for a long time and shut the up for months. This ain't what she want. And you represent the company. Look how this look.
Let me see. I'll talk to you.
Look how this look. Ain't nobody gonna want to stay here with that.
5'1" to 5'3". If you're 10'8", away. What's going on? You alright? Okay. So I talked to her. Now, Steph, I want to get. Were you here? You're
the end of it. Yeah.
I'll just get you guys' statement as far as what happens. Just being completely transparent. So, one, I know she's whatever from here. So we can fill out a ban as far as that stuff goes, where she comes back to trespassing. But two, like, she's blatantly articulating assault.
She is.
All day. She told me that she was going to beat your ass and all that stuff, which that's not.
And the 911 operator heard it too,
Yes.
and so did my boss.
Well, as far as that stuff goes, if that is something that you or want, is something that we can do. I have another officer coming out. As far as that stuff goes, I'm going to tell them what I've been told, and they'll make their own determination that way. As far as this stuff goes, can you just give me a rundown of basically what transpired? She told me, the stuff about the laptop.
So we brought her in the office to let her go.
Right.
My boss was on Teams.
Okay.
Until immediately yelling. And when she finally stormed out, my boss was like, "Do you have the keys?" And I said, "No, I'll go get them right now." And I left the door open. And I went and grabbed the keys, and I said, "I need you to just get your stuff." And I said, "Jonte, I need you not to touch our property." And she goes, "I'm going to do whatever I want. This is I got personal here." And I said, "You shouldn't have. It's work computer." And I went to shut the laptop, and she grabbed it and told me I better back to or she was going to beat my ass or whatever. And that was the first start of the threats. And the whole time she's screaming. And then she started letting me know that, and I said, "I just need her to leave." She came around and she's standing here and she's yelling. And of course, I'm the devil and I'm a racist. And just everything like that. And going on and on. And then I was just trying to wait for her to leave.
Under Georgia Code SS May 20th, 16, making threats of harm is classified as simple assault, a misdemeanor punishable by up to 12 months in jail and a fine of up to $1,000.
And she's like this, and I kept backing up, and I said, "I need you to back up and get out of my face. I don't know what happened. I did something."
I'm gonna call it.
And then she literally, "I don't want to touch you." She literally, I kept backing up. And I said, "Get the hell out of my face." And she's like, "What are you going to do?" And then she hit me with her stomach and was pushing me back.
Oh, she mushed you?
And like, it was like this.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
And I was like, "You need to back up off me because, well, or whatever." Then
I mean, at that point, you're in self-defense. Like, they're just fully transparent.
I just didn't know. And I just like the last thing, because I know how she is. And I knew this would get turned around. And then I assaulted her somehow. And I wasn't going to have that situation.
Yeah. I gotta move to a different, not apartment complex, but I gotta move to a different one because there's not gonna be two people here that I've arrested. I gotta move into it too, and I gotta get off the ground floor. So, ideally, converse with everybody and see what we got here.
Charges against her?
Absolutely, yeah.
Even though it was just a tummy bump?
Any unwanted touch is simple battery. So as far as that stuff goes, but as far as the assault goes, I'm just telling you, as far as in court goes, it's transparent, clear stuff. So it's gonna be assault.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't want to make any assumptions on stuff, but as far as with the property on stuff, would you like her banned from the property as well?
Absolutely. Saturday night after the deal that happened out here,
I came out whenever that was. I wasn't on duty, but
I thought I was worried about my house getting shot up. Like, honest to God, with the type of people that were there.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in there. They were not happy with I set Pax into bark mode. I had her bark into one there, but. Yeah, let me do the band stuff. I'll come back, get with you guys, see what you want to do, and then we'll go from there as far as that stuff goes. I'm going to get the band paperwork started and all that. They might, I'll see. But I mean, as far as it all goes, I don't need it. This is the same form. This time it has the right name on it. Here you go.
Under Georgia Code SS May 23, 16, unwanted physical contact, even minor, can qualify as simple battery, carrying the same penalties as assault and further complicating her legal standing. Even as officers tried to defuse the situation, she refused to see the warning signs, convinced she was the real victim. But when reality struck and she realized where things were heading, the focus shifted.
Get a copy, and then
And you're gonna explain to her not to get gas, not to do anything.
yeah, I'm gonna read this off verbatim to her, and then I'm gonna explain it out to her after that.
All right, what we got?
So, as far as this goes, this is a ban form. This is basically telling you that you're not supposed to be back on the property.
So you know I'm not coming back, right? And I don't even feel comfortable. I ain't never dealt with this type of stuff, and I don't even feel comfortable signing my name on this type of stuff.
You just tell me
Because I don't even deal with y'all, like, not even trying to be funny. Like, I don't got no background, and I don't get in trouble.
I get it. So,
No.
I get it. I'm going to just tell you what it says, just so you're aware. Cause
and he kind of explained it to me, too.
Yeah.
While y'all was doing it, so I can't come back up here for no reason.
Right, like via
Yeah,
mail.
no parking lot, not through the gates.
Yeah, just...
You ain't got to worry about it. I'm not coming back up here. I promise. I'm not. Y'all not coming back up here, and if y'all do, it won't be for me. I can make that promise to y'all.
I'm gonna read this off to you.
Okay.
We just
You got something to say to me?
What's that?
You good?
That's just...
How you feel? You can talk to me. Smooth thing.
But the copy...
So I just got a question. Can I press charges on her?
As far as this stuff goes, so I'll give you a case report number as well.
Yeah, I feel like because the snatching the laptop from me, like I should have slapped her. Like not even being funny.
Yeah,
I felt like you wanted me to do something to you. Like I felt like that was
an
introduction.
antagonistic or something
Yeah,
like that?
I felt like you.
You can take the report before the court and all stuff like that, and then if the judge feels you have enough, you can swear out warrants. But
Ain't nobody touch her.
also,
But you gotta understand, like I explained to Mr. Woodward, you can't come in my space and snatch something from me. When I ask Shante, can I take it off? Like you get what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about no presses, no charges.
well, I'm telling you, as far as with what she's saying, the witnesses are saying, and what you've told me, and you right now, we'll take you.
But I didn't do anything to get obtained. Like I got my kids. Like let me make a phone call first.
If you need to make a phone call,
Yeah, let me make a phone call because
That's
clearly they about to take me. I didn't even touch her. Like, but what about the things that she was saying to me? If it's assault, it gotta be.
I'm pulling the camera footage from all in there. As far as that stuff goes.
That's fine.
That'll
But
be in there.
what about the things that she said to me? It's no camera in her office. You get what I'm saying? It's no camera in her office. What about the things she said to me? Like you gotta, if you gonna do it one side, and I'm not mad, you gotta do it both sides because I didn't put my hands on her. Right. Like she threatened me too. But you arrested me.
Right. So in this,
but I got kids at home, so I don't have nobody with my kids. You get what I'm saying? So what you want me to do about my kids? Just F my kids? They don't have no daddy. They just got their mama.
I'm not saying that.
But I don't have nobody to call them. And my kid is at home.
Do you have family?
I don't have no family here, Damien. That's why I work so hard. I don't have a support system. I don't have no one. So you about to arrest me and my kids about to be home by themselves. Oh my gosh. These people about to arrest me for assault. Like this is crazy because...
Can I explain this to you really quick?
No, because now I'm thinking about my kids. Like, I don't know what to do about my kids.
So you're not going to, whenever you get there, they're most likely not going to end up putting you in the uniform and stuff. You're going to probably be able to bond out when you get there.
But you're not hearing me, my kids. My kids is home. I don't have nobody to go to my kids. That's all I'm thinking about.
Are your kids at home right now?
Yes.
Can we do something where, look.
No.
Listen to me. Just listen to me. So what I'm allowed to, as far as because this is a misdemeanor, I can do a release on subpoena. A court date. You still have to go before the court as far as all this stuff goes, okay? Please do not miss that. Otherwise, they can cut out a warrant. But then if I write this up to where as far as release on subpoena,
with charges of assault and disorderly conduct looming, she was now looking at potential jail time, fines, and a permanent criminal record, a far worse outcome than unemployment. Rather than taking her into immediate custody, officers issued a release on subpoena, allowing her to avoid jail for now. However, she will still have to appear in court, and failure to do so could result in an arrest warrant being issued against her.
You can take your car and you can go home to your kids. Is that something that works for you as far as the stuff goes?
I'm not going to miss no court date.
Okay, because right now, that's the best solution I have for all this, and then we'll go.
I just do what you got to do, Dan. I just want to go.
I got you.
Try to take me. I just need to figure out my kids. It's just me and my kids. So that's only my concern. I'm not telling y'all how to do y'all job. I'm a mother first. I'm thinking about my kids.
Absolutely. I mean,
I don't have nobody.
Dad, so don't come back here because at that point, that's before the court. and then it's just that simple, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, just hang out just for a second. I know you just want to talk to me, and then we'll go from there.
Can you define what assault is? Because maybe I'm not understanding.
So as far as like, so if somebody says, I'm gonna like, you know, say like I tell somebody I'm gonna beat, you know, your ass or whatever.
Yeah.
There's assault as long as there's the belief that someone meant what they're saying.
Right.
Now, if somebody actually hits somebody, that's battery or simple battery, depending.
I got you.
So this is just going to be a copy as far as this goes.
Yes, sir.
Just for your records.
Thank you.
They'll send you, as far as
subpoena goes.
They're going to send you
something in the mail?
They'll send you a subpoena, yeah. If you have any questions about it anytime, just contact the Chatham County Court Office, and they'll go ahead and give you instruction of saying that, like, that you...
So if I'm convicted, what that mean? I could do jail time? Or I could do my first offense?
I think for your first offense, it'd be like...
Probation.
If that, I mean, just to be honest, as far as like for something as simple as simple assault, you may end up having to do like a certain community service or something like that.
I don't know. I will say this, as you writing it in your report, when I was sitting in her office, like she was smiling, like this was funny to her. She was getting a kick out of it, so it made me get upset. Y'all didn't even give me a chance to explain my side. So it was pretty much what she said is what it is. Now, granted, when we was out there having a good time, you say residents felt the way.
I live in the building and I didn't have any issue with it.
Said the officers come, because I wasn't there when the first one came. Is it too loud? He said no.
Right. Yeah. No.
I
You guys
say,
were fine.
I say, are we doing something wrong? I say because I work here. If I'm doing something wrong, then I'm held accountable just like they are.
Right.
She came and she told me, she said, I need you to move the DJ in the clubhouse and I need you to move the hookers in the clubhouse. I did that.
Hookahs or?
Sound like some hookers?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, hookahs. Hookahs. She told me to move it in the clubhouse. Damien, I did that.
Yeah. No,
So everything you asked me to do, I did. So I didn't understand what the problem. I'll tell you what the problem was, and I hate making it black and white. It was a bunch of black people out there. We was turned up, having a good time.
Yeah.
That was it.
But I'll let you do your thing. I'm gonna,
All right.
I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get with her, and then oh my God.
Additionally, she was banned from returning to the property, meaning any attempt to come back would result in trespassing charges, an offense that carries up to a year in jail under Georgia Code SS July 21st, 16. This case is the perfect reminder that sometimes the best response to a bad situation is to walk away. Instead, she let anger take the wheel, and now, instead of just looking for a new job, she'll be navigating the legal system, a price far greater than a paycheck.
Get away
This
from
way.
Me. Get away from me. I'm calling the police on you.
I am the police.
No, you're not.
Some people walk into a grocery store to shop. Others, they turn it into their personal battleground, armed with nothing but entitlement and a misunderstanding of the law. On June 6, 2022, officers responded to reports of a customer refusing to leave after creating a disturbance. However, the suspect demanded a legal reason for her removal, as if the store needed a court ruling to decide who can shop there.
Ooh, I say y'all got to hurry up and get this crazy lady out here. She walking around, white lady with a genie outfit. She need to be banned.
All right. How you doing, ma'am? All right. So stop this right here. So they're asking me to ask you to leave.
And do you have any grounds for that that's not legal?
So they are banning you from the store, so you are going to leave.
Well, can you explain a legal reason why?
So
No, you didn't. I want a legal reason, please.
I don't have to explain anything to you, so put
Yes,
your stuff
you do.
back
You're illegal. Get away
this
from
way.
Me. Get away from me. I'm calling the police on you.
I am the police.
No, you're not. You're not.
So you're going to stop right here. What is your name?
I don't give strangers my name.
Stop.
Is there another police? Can I
What
see?
is your name?
Can I please talk to another police? Wait a minute. What have I done legally wrong?
Okay. Let me explain to you.
Have I stolen? Have I hit anybody? Have I done anything wrong? What?
Okay, you're going to let me talk and explain?
I'm waiting.
All right, don't interrupt me again.
Go.
You don't give me any type of orders, okay? So don't interrupt me when I'm talking.
Yep.
What is your name?
I'm asking you what is the legal reason.
So they want you out of the store.
Okay, but what is the legal criteria?
Okay, let me ask you this. What have you been doing in here today? Reason that they
Shopping.
want it. So the call that we got was you were in here causing a disturbance,
No.
cursing people out.
I didn't curse. On the video so I can see it.
I don't know.
I need
You're
concrete
gonna
evidence.
have to ask them.
I need concrete evidence, and I'd like to talk to my lawyer, please. That's not. I haven't done anything wrong, and you don't need to give anybody your name, because that's called the Privacy Act. The Privacy Act under the federal law.
It's called obstruction.
It's Privacy Act.
It's called
the privacy
obstruction.
is if you have not committed a crime, you're same level as me if I haven't committed a crime. You cannot use brute force on somebody who has not committed a crime. I have not cursed. Can I see it on video? Can I please see some concrete evidence? Excuse me, but what crime have I committed to warrant you guys coming in here? I'd like to know in legal language what crime I have committed.
Disorderly conduct.
All right, what is disorderly conduct? Please define it, and I'd like to see it on video, the disorderly conduct, so you have proof. It's their word over mine. They are citizens, I am a citizen, so we are equal. So I need a video camera to see what I have done. I want concrete evidence on a video camera to see what I have done. You're choosing their word over my word, so I need it on.
So what we got is a supervisor coming here. You can speak to the supervisor when they get here.
Who's the supervisor?
He's on his way here now.
Is he a police?
Yes, he is.
Okay, well, all I'm asking is in concrete language, tell me the legal thing I have done wrong.
Okay, let me explain to you, ma'am. I've just explained it to you just minutes before. So they are asking you to leave. They say you are causing a disturbance.
Okay.
My name is Officer Carter.
Okay, Carter, and what is your name? Can I have your
Zimmerman.
cards? Zinnerman, I'll remember
But they
that.
want
Carter.
you banned from the store.
Right, and I'm going to talk to my lawyer and get you fired.
So
Don't touch me. I didn't break any law. I have a
saying-
right to defend myself under the Act. If I have not broken the law, you are equal to me.
got
The
a-
only time a police can apprehend
We
you
got a
if you've broken
supervisor
a law.
talking to you. Come
And if
talk
you
to
don't have a
We can go
video,
out. Let's go outside.
if you don't have a
you wanna
video,
go outside.
because you are obstructing the Constitution of the United States of America.
that's what you're doing.
And many
It's
police
obstruction
have
by not
lost
giving
their
your name.
badges that way.
Okay.
Mr. Carter, many have lost their badges.
Tell me
She came and stood right here, and I was walking towards her. Oh, I don't want you helping me, because you look like you got HBO with that. You got that mask on. Then she turned around and told another customer, no, And that's not the first time she done did that in here. Tell me everybody that wear a mask has.
Instead of cooperating, she doubled down on absurd arguments, turning the situation into a one-woman courtroom drama, challenging every statement made by the officers.
The customers don't.
It's done happened before.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not providing your name?
I haven't. First of all, you've got to provide me with the thing I've done wrong in
so
legal terms.
disorderly conduct.
All right, disorderly conduct. I need to see the video of that disorderly conduct.
Ma'am,
'cause
you're in the
accusing
store,
me
so
of-
you know what you've done.
You're accusing me of cursing, so can I please see it? Because you're taking her word over mine, which is illegal. Because
So-
we are equal. We're both citizens.
So here's the thing. They want you banned from the store, ma'am.
Who's they? Can I have the name of
The management.
Oh, can I have his name, please?
You're gonna get
You're
the
gonna
name form. So
I want the name of the manager who's banning me so I can take it to my attorney.
that.
And you will get a letter from my attorney,
Sure,
sir.
ma'am. What's your name?
And you will too.
That's fine.
Because I have done absolutely nothing, and that's called discrimination. You are a racist. You are discriminating against a white person. How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you?
How about you provide
Ma'am.
your ID, ma'am?
No, I will not. I will give it to him. I don't want to talk to you.
So-
You are a racist. No, I am not. A racist is somebody that
Okay.
kicks somebody out of a store for no reason, for
Ma'am.
just being white. I will talk to my lawyer about this.
So you this right now.
Because you
In
are
our
not letting me walk. That's not a disturbance. That's called self-defense. You can't go badgering people around that haven't broken a law. Give me the law I've broken in language.
Let me understand.
Disorderly
Let me
conduct?
understand.
I want to
So
talk to
if-
him.
If they,
Excuse
if they
me.
want,
He was
Why
talking.
do I have to
speaking
talk to
to
him?
you.
There's two people I'd rather talk to.
First one here.
I relate better to people of my own race. I relate better. They always hit me, push me, throw garbage in my yard, push me around, cheat me, lie to me, do stuff. I want to talk to someone that I relate to.
What happened next? What was next?
I told my manager, and he came up here. He was like, what? But then he went to help somebody else. And when I seen him go this way, I said, you know what, I'm going to call the better to you. Because he's telling me that he's not going to give me a legal explanation for why he's bullying me. A police officer cannot ask for ID unless the person has committed a crime. I have not committed a crime. It's between me and the manager. Talk to them.
Ma'am, again.
And I need the camera, I need concrete evidence on the camera showing what I have done wrong, so my attorney can size it up and see whether or not to kick me out, because this grocery store also has to follow business law. They cannot arbitrarily kick people out for random reasons because they don't like the person's shoes, they don't like the person's outfit. You can't go where you dress, you can't kick them out of a store. I want to see it on camera. I want you to go look at get it on camera.
This business
You're
has-
accusing me of something.
Ma'am.
I want you to see what you're accusing me of.
Ma'am.
This is
Anybody-
hearsay. Without the camera, this is just hearsay. Hearsay is not legal. It's hearsay. Without the camera, I need to see the camera. And I want to prove to you, I have not cautious about people with masks because they have been exposed to COVID, and I'm telling them to stay away from me 6 feet, socially distance themselves from me over there. I said, so close to the COVID. I don't want them around me. That's all I said. Go look at the camera. The people with the masks have a higher likelihood that they've been exposed to people. That's why they're paranoia with the mask. I don't. They come over to me like this close. I said, stay 6 feet away, please. Stay away from me. Don't come over to me when I use that checkout line. I told that woman. I said, when you use that checkout line, that's why they're calling the police. And when I went over to the pharmacy, I said, this country's too liberal because I know a lot of people that wear the mask have. That's why they wear the mask. In order, because they're doctors. It's a law. The doctors tell them that the people that have.
Georgia Code SS July 21st, 16 states that failing to leave private property when asked is considered criminal trespassing, punishable by fines up to $1,000 and up to 12 months in jail, a detail she conveniently ignored.
I don't want people handling my stuff over at the pharmacy if they have a weaker immune system. That's just the way I am. I never used any profanity. I just said keep your distance. That's all I said. You can look up the video and check it for yourself.
Well, the video's not going to get...
Well, then it's hearsay. Why are you bossing people around based on hearsay?
This is a
Because she's
business.
black and I'm white, so you believe a black person but not a white person.
To do with
Yeah.
that.
Yes, it does.
This is a
Evidently, it does.
So this is right.
No, they don't, because first of all, I'll tell you why. The manager of the store is not the highest level person that owns Kroger's.
But
He's
they
just
are
a
in charge of the store
They may
right
be.
now.
That's why I need his name so I can take it to
I
my
told
attorney.
you.
But a shroud of legality, but there has not been one legal basis as to why you need 4 police to kick me out of a store. What are my rights? Wait a minute. This is the store's rights. What are my rights? I want to know.
Your rights are to leave the store.
All right,
because
then
you're
why
gonna
won't
be
you let
banned.
me leave? Because I need to get the manager's name so I can
Okay.
go call an attorney. I'm going to tell the 4
Okay.
guys in my house who are going to ask for your name and call. He worked on the crime commission for 35 years, the guy I live with. He's going to call your boss and ask what the hell's going on. My guy, with every single person in town, he's going to raise hell.
Okay, what is your first and last name?
I don't give that because I have not committed a crime. It's private. Privacy
So
Act.
ma'am, as of right now,
I don't have
you're
a-
trespassing right now?
Well, then let me
You,
go.
no, ma'am.
Nope,
So,
you are
You
trespassing.
have to warn somebody they're trespassing. Breaking all the laws.
Not that I know of.
There's
So,
nothing
ma'am,
legal.
so are we-
Hearsay. He doesn't like me.
Ma'am,
Get out of
they
the
do
store.
want
Okay,
to
I'll get out of the
ban
store.
right
Well,
now.
why are you blocking me? That isn't the
are
question.
you, no, I'm asking you right now. Are
Yes,
you,
I am.
So you-
Take me in. Yeah, arrest me for not giving my name because I want to have a word with my lawyer as to why 4 bully policemen come in here, want personal information about me when I have committed
Because
no
you're about
crime.
to be-
You
so we
don't
need your-
ask
so we
people
need your name.
personal. No, I don't want to give my name because it's private. If they want to ban me from the store, take a picture of me. I will be out of here, but they will be hearing from my lawyer. They might be shutting down, as far as I can tell. You can't go, Arvid, this is about. I told a black person to socially distance
Stop.
themselves from me,
Stop.
and now, because I'm white, I'm
Ma'am,
being kicked
bring it
out of
down.
the store because
Bring it
I'm
down,
white.
ma'am.
I'm being kicked out of the store because I'm white. It's a black
Okay.
person's word over a white
So
person's
you're
word.
very...
No, I'm because that's illegal.
What's your name?
I don't give
Now
private
you're being
information.
disorderly
Because
in
I
front of
should
our
be,
president.
because you're breaking the constitution. Well, let me go. That's what you can figure out. You just told me I'm trespassing, so leave me alone. 5 police for a person shopping? Where's our tax money going? And secondly, the guy I live with worked 25 years on the crime commission, and then my argument is, because that's concrete evidence, the legal argument.
You're causing a disturbance.
All right, now I am, because you've got 5 police bullying
came
you.
in, you got customers.
Okay, can I have the names of the customers so I can tell my attorney? Okay, that could be the mafia because they don't like white people, for all I know.
Hello.
That could be the mafia. I don't know.
Ma'am.
Focus on me. I'm Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Sure.
Your name,
Yeah,
Sergeant.
I'll give you that later.
Okay.
But you're gonna listen to me right now. Okay.
That's
Here's
not
the deal.
polite language.
That's fine. You're not being polite to these officers. So here's the deal. Under Georgia law, when they ask for your name, you're supposed to provide it. Or you
As the officers attempted to complete the paperwork, she refused to provide her name, claiming it was protected under a Privacy Act that, unsurprisingly, had nothing to do with her situation. Under Georgia Code SS October 25th, 16, giving false information to law enforcement is a criminal offense, which can lead to additional fines and jail time.
Your
He
boyfriend
tells
works
you,
for?
go to jail. I want to go to jail. Bring me to jail right now. I want to
Okay.
talk to a magistrate.
Oh, that's it. Do
I
not
want to talk
resist
to a
arrest.
magistrate.
Thank you, ma'am.
I want to talk to a magistrate. You do not have to freaking give your name to somebody when you have not committed a crime. That is called the Privacy Act of the United States of America, and you are breaking the Constitution. You don't break a law. For all I know, you're going to rob my house. I don't know who you are.
Thank you, ma'am.
I do not know who these men are. These are mafia. These are thugs. I have not broken any law. I have not done anything to anybody. And these guys are arresting me because I... Can you show me on your computer or in writing that you have to give a person a name if you haven't broken a law?
You did break a law.
I did not break a law.
You were being disorderly inside that
That's
store.
not a law.
Disorderly
That's opinion.
conduct.
The store's of police, you're telling me.
Ma'am, here's the deal.
Have you looked at a video?
Ma'am, he wants to ban you from the store. That's his prerogative. That's his
Right.
store. If he wants to ban you, that's his prerogative.
Yes.
Okay? So, here's the deal. You can cooperate with us, but right now, we asked you for your name multiple times. We have to have that on the sheet of paper, because how we're going to identify
All right. P-R-O-U-T-Y. It's going to rain. But I'm telling you, the guy I live with is going to secretly for the FBI.
I understand.
I am not joking. My boyfriend's... He works in D.C. at the Watergate. Is one of his condos. He told me to come to Savannah to get away from the area. He is my boyfriend.
So here's what's going to happen. They're going to... All it is they're going to ban you from the store. It's really nothing
But
much
there is
to
no
do.
legal basis. Why
Yes,
are you
there is.
protecting them and not my rights?
Ma'am, the store and ban you under
But
city
5
ordinance.
cops, and
It
I was
doesn't matter.
willing to leave, but he wouldn't let me leave. I don't give my name. I'm sticking with my boyfriend. I believe in my boyfriend. He said you never give your name to a cop if you have not broken the law under the Privacy Act of the United States, and he knows every ordinance and every law of this
Well, they
state.
don't want you on the pretty.
You can't. I'll even talk to my ex-husband, and you know what he'll say?
That's fine.
He'll say a grocery store cannot kick you out unless you do something illegal because you need food. You have to be able to buy food.
Yeah, they can, though.
No, they can't.
Okay.
My ex-husband knows all the laws. Everyone knows the laws but the police. Don't touch me,
We're not.
please. I
Ma'am,
didn't break any law.
you
It's
can't be
private.
walking around, or else we'll
It's
put you in the back of the car.
called privacy. My boyfriend
right
will
now
kill you if you touch me. I am telling you the truth. He works for the CIA. He's higher than you. He will kill you.
Ma'am, I don't want to hear threats made to officers in
I'm
front of
talking.
me.
It's figurative.
Okay?
It's
Are you
figurative.
diagnosed with anything I need to know?
No, I'm not. But it's
Okay.
figurative. What I mean is he will have him fired for touching me.
Okay.
Why does he need cops? Can you let go?
No.
All right, well, I'm not.
Look, this is very important. Was she willing to leave before you guys were asking to step outside?
Not to my knowledge. I was
Was
in
she
it
not? Was she refusing to leave
for the minute that I was with her.
prior to us? Or what?
She was refusing to give her name.
That's it.
She said she would leave, but Carter was.
I tried to
Trying to
leave,
get
but
him
he would not let me
Okay.
leave.
In that case,
But rather than comply, she pivoted to a new defense, name-dropping a mysterious boyfriend who supposedly worked for the CIA, as if that would override state law. With every passing moment, her claims became more unhinged, spiraling from legal misinterpretations to bizarre conspiracy theories.
I would just ban her and let her go. Because if she was willing to leave, it's not trespass. It's
Yeah, it's not
the name.
trespass.
Yeah, she gave us.
it's the
She
ban.
gave. Now, if she gives false name, that's a whole different matter.
No, I
But-
leave him for my work.
Ma'am, do you have identification in your purse so we can help?
The reason is the city ordinance with a ban.
Okay, I'll give you my real name. That was my sister's name. The reason being,
That's a crime.
it isn't a crime because
Yes,
you
it
just
is.
rewrite it.
Title 16, Crimes and Offenses, Chapter 10, Offense Against Public Administration, Article 2, Obstruction of the
Give your
related
name if you
offense,
haven't committed a
giving
crime.
false name, address, or birth date.
Because
to
I don't know
lawful-
who you are. Do I believe you're really police if you're going into a grocery
person
store
who gives
bothering a
false
woman
name, address, or
shopping?
date of birth to a law enforcement
Why
officer
would you
What
believe
is
you're
your-
real law
in the lawful
enforcement?
discharge of his official
what's
duties as to identify
I want to
identity
talk
or
to a
birth
lawyer.
date is guilty or
I want to talk to a lawyer.
Okay.
Do you want to see my Virginia ID?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can't get it with handcuffs, and I do not want you going in my bag because
Well, you're under
there's
arrest.
arrest a person for you're invading my privacy. Everybody would do the same thing.
No, most people,
I did not break a law.
you broke a few laws now.
Well, first of all, I don't know if you're going to my house to harass me or you're going to abuse me. Nobody gives their
So this is your-
information if you haven't broken a law.
This is your ID. You live
Yeah, but
down
I have
here.
not broken a law,
You
so
did
I
break
don't
a law.
have to
You
give you my
provided-
ID.
Then you became disorderly in front of us
by raising your voice, by making racist remarks.
Those are all just
in our presence.
sensational comments by you that are opinion statements that are facts. You have to show a video of me trying to fight you.
Where is your ID?
Oh, let me get my own ID, please. No. I don't want you touching my money.
You know what? I'm not
I had
touching
money
your money.
stolen by a cop in mass. Not cop, stop touching my money. Since there's no gun or anything in there like a knife.
Ma'am, you're in handcuffs because you're under arrest for giving us a false name.
This looks a little This looks like you are a bunch of thugs in uniforms. That's what it looks like. A bunch of thugs. Get out of my wallet. And now you're robbing me. Help! They're robbing me! Help! They're robbing me! Now he's stealing my money, these thugs!
Put her in the car. You can't have a...
Take a seat.
Wait a minute. I want my pocketbook. You guys are a bunch of Irish mafia thugs, and you're going to get it good.
Take a seat.
Irish mafia. I promise you, not just you, your whole police force is going to get it. Thugs. Thugs. Uniform thugs. Uniform thugs. Uniform thugs. Help! Uniform thugs.
You ain't as long as you're in a car. Okay, that's our policy. You gotta.
Yeah, well, I don't really care because why would I listen to a thug in a uniform? I haven't broken any law. You cannot arrest somebody for not breaking a law. Can I file a discrimination report? Discriminate black and white Irish mafia discriminate against black and white British. I'm British. I'm 100% British. So I would like to file a thing against Irish people.
Eventually, officers had heard enough. She was placed under arrest not just for refusing to leave, but for providing false information to police, a charge that carries up to 12 months in jail and a permanent criminal record.
So you're going to be sent a subpoena. So after the subpoena is sent towards, then we'll go talk to a judge. But so you don't have to go to jail today.
Be getting kicked out of grocery stores or my money stolen from them at the cashier register. They don't put all my groceries in the bag. They steal them, and then I get home and find out my groceries are missing because the black mafia keeps doing stuff to me. My boyfriend's Swedish. He gets treated badly by blacks because he's Swedish. All I'm trying to tell you, the blacks are using reverse racism, and they're teaming up with the Irish against British whites. They're venting on us because the Irish whites are helping them vent on. They spit on for no reason, kicked out of stores.
Take this
all
the way to Drayton.
Blacks keep stealing my money. So I tell the lady at the cash register, stay away from me, don't get near my stuff. Because they steal. Black people stare at me on their face like they want to go to war with me, just walking down the street. British people with directed energy weapons too, they have them. They bought them on the black market.
Whoa, directed energy weapons?
Yeah, the Irish mafias they bought on the market.
Have you seen those locally?
No, but I've seen all these people that are Swedish, British, and German all die overnight from what looked like
Hey, give them our mileage.
I would like to fill out a discrimination against white people. Yeah, do you have one of those discrimination racism against whites?
That's a legal thing, not that's like a civil, not a criminal.
Well, we have those in D.C. They have them in D.C. Why don't they have them here?
We have to get them from the courthouse.
You want to know why I got kicked out of Parker's by a black? I said the price of the egg salad sandwich is preposterous. What happened? Why did it go up? The egg salad sandwich price is preposterous. It's preposterous is a British word, and she's Irish, and she doesn't want British people in there saying preposterous.
All right, so
this is getting ridiculous. I want to talk to a judge.
I agree.
This is your band form with the manager's name?
Oh, yeah. Now I have to starve to death because the Irish mafia doesn't want me in their black store because the Irish blacks are paid by the white Irish to keep us British people.
Okay,
I never said this in the store. I call them, when they pick on me, I call them low breeds. I call them low breeds. But out in public, I call them whites and blacks.
Okay, so that's why you're getting kicked out of the store.
No, I didn't say that.
But it doesn't matter. If you say low breed.
I never said low breed in there. I said keep your social distance from me because I got robbed twice. I got robbed over the dollar store. I got robbed. I'm just telling you, where's my gun? But can I fill out a form? Can I
Despite her protests, she was formally banned from Kroger and taken in for processing. Yet even as the officers wrapped up the case, one thing remained clear. No amount of self-proclaimed legal expertise or outlandish accusations can outmatch the reality of breaking the law.
Under arrest for a child abandonment. So she will not be coming inside. Myself and another officer are going to wait out there for her. Officer Palmer is going to finish the recorded statement with you, okay?
3139, the father just arrived on scene.
Why did she drop these folks off here?
What's the deal? What's going on?
What's up? What did she say to you? What'd she do?
She didn't say anything. I got a call from...
Can you believe it? A mother, tired of her own responsibilities, dumped her 3 children at a stranger's doorstep and sped off without looking back.
What, May? She dropped the kids off at their dad's job. He took them back to her. They did a wellness check. She chased him in traffic. I saw this on video chat. She chased him in traffic with the kid. I don't know if the kids were in the car. Yeah, chased him in traffic, went and got the kids, and I'm asleep. He said somebody's banging at your door.
Yeah, I was sitting in the room. She was literally falling asleep, and I heard like a consistent knocking.
It didn't stop.
Okay, and I was like, somebody's knocking at the door. So we both got up, and she went to the window right here and was like, she seen who it was and was like, you're not supposed to be here.
No explanation, no concern, just 3 helpless kids left behind. If she thought she could walk away that easily, reality was about to catch up with her. On January 10th, 2025, in Washington, officers responded to a call that left them stunned. A woman had abandoned her 3 children, including a medically fragile infant, at a home where they weren't even welcome.
And she's like backing away. Tell your brother to come get the kids. Takes off running and backs out the entire. She didn't drive at all. She backed out the entire parking lot and then sped off.
She never went in here?
Never came in, no.
Where were the kids at?
Sitting on my front porch.
Right in front of the door. As soon as we opened the door.
They have bags and all 3 of them in car seats. I called the mom and she said she got to get up at work. She got
Okay, we're just going to be so real.
Yeah, her auntie's on the phone. Their auntie's on the phone. Their blood auntie's on the phone. But I did call the mom, and she's like, stop calling me with this. If you called the police, good job. I got to get up at work. Got to get up at 4:30 to go to work.
So let me get this straight. So, because I and the kids haven't been here in like a year. However, they have stayed here, and they probably don't want them to be here.
It's not that I don't want them. I have to look out for myself.
No, I hear you. Did she say anything else about what her plan was?
No, she said she didn't. She literally said, "Call your brother," and took off running. That's literally it.
That's crazy. Okay, officer. Yeah.
I want to say this now.
Can you guys go?
And I do not get along.
At all.
If she knows her kids are at my house, she may come on some ignorant BS.
I believe they're gonna come here on ignorant. I'm on probation. I don't got to.
I'm coming to get them. Those are my niece and nephew. Those are my brother's kids. I will come and get them.
What's your ETA, do you think, to get here?
28 minutes or less.
They're okay until she gets here. I just wanted to cover my own.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. You know what happened? We were at Mariposa for a welfare check earlier.
Right.
No,
the dad dropped them off at the grandma's house. She went and got the kids from her.
Let's remember, Dad was at
I was on the phone the whole time.
Okay. So here's the plan, okay? So we're gonna call Grandma real quick to find out more information about the kids. I know Auntie's coming to come get them. Ultimately, like, that's what we care about, the kids' safety. We're gonna write a thing up about this, and then we're gonna forward it to CPS, okay?
Okay, I think good.
Thank God you guys allowed them to, get some.
I wasn't gonna leave them outside.
So I have 2 windows right here. I could see her out of this window, and I opened it, and I'm like, I wear glasses, I'm squinting, and I hear her say, "Call your brother." I look down, and I can see the kids in the bags on my front porch.
Hello, this is Officer Boyle with the Federal Way Police Department. So we're here with your grandbabies, and we're trying to get this. The kids were left at their auntie's house, correct? The youngest one, the one that's sleeping, the one that has the cleft lip, and they had the baby. She has a feeding tube, correct? So our concern right now is that she needs to be fed. When do you know when the last time that she was fed?
I don't think we need to get CPS to take kids right now because Auntie's coming to get them. But it's just the mom is tripping out. You can't be doing that. I tried to call her several times, and she's allegedly on her way to Oregon. She had. That's what she said earlier when we went to Mariposa.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I want to make sure that the little baby is medically okay. And then how often does she need to be fed during via the feeding tube?
Fed on the feeding tube every 3 hours.
Right up on it.
Why are you not grabbing the mother's information?
Oh, my partners are grabbing all that, so this is my portion of the investigation.
What are you investigating, sir, that the children was dropped off with their auntie?
It sounds like your daughter dropped the kids off over here and then took off. So he was supposed to have the kids, then he dropped them off. Your daughter came, picked them up, and then dropped them off over here. Well, so she's not here taking care of her kids right now. So that is our number one concern. And so you're not able to come pick up the grandbaby.
No explanation, no concern. Just 3 confused kids left sitting in their car seats, waiting for someone to decide what to do next.
The police department trying to get a hold of you, okay? We don't know grandma's name. We don't know.
She's not giving up any information?
No, ma'am. So we have fire coming out to check on little one.
Okay.
To make sure that she,
yes,
baby's okay for the feeding tube.
Okay.
So that's our number one priority, is make sure the kids are okay, health-wise and everything like that.
Okay.
Where are the other? Just to let you know, I have my body camera on. What's going on tonight? Are you able to come pick the kids up? Perfect. We need you to come pick the kids up at the auntie's house. Okay. Okay, perfect. Well, you'll see multiple police officer cars just pull up, and we will talk to you outside, and then we'll get the kids in your possession, okay? Okay, so Grandma refused to give me her name or anything like that, but she was willing to talk on the phone with me. She was able to get a hold of Mom, is at home, and she said that she's willing to come pick the kids up. So I told her to come pick the kids up as soon as possible, and she said she's about 5-10 minutes out.
Okay, we're going to talk to her.
Yeah. 100%. I didn't give her any information over the phone. I just wanted to get her on location for under arrest for felony abandonment. So she will not be coming inside. Myself and another officer are going to wait out there for her. Officer Palmer is going to finish the recorded statement with you. Okay.
339, and the father just arrived on scene.
Why did she drop these folks off here?
What's the deal? What's going on? What's up? What did she say to you? What'd she do?
She didn't say anything. I got a call from Tomasa saying that my kids are here.
Yeah.
And I left the kids at their grandma's, but she's not even our relative.
Right.
And like she said, they have a case. Why she brought them here, I have no idea.
Got it.
We just had a conversation and walks out. I have bags, car seat outside of my vehicle.
So she just dropped off the kids?
Just dropped off the kids, walked out the door.
Are you guys separated?
Yes. So I go to her house.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a key to her house.
Right. And then that's where you saw us, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm at the house.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, you need to come get kids.
Yeah.
Blase. I don't know if she was coming, whatnot. I went to her mom's house, their grandma's house. I left the kids there.
What did grandma say?
The grandma, I didn't talk to the grandma. She was there with the kids.
Okay. Hello, this is Officer Vestries. This is Keziah. Hey, real quick, just to let you know, you're on speaker and my body cam is recording our conversation. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even care.
You don't care? Okay. Can you tell me, like, what happened? Like, what's the deal? Like, what?
Their dad is supposed to have them, and I'm really at the point where, like, I just don't understand why everyone wants to force me to be a parent and not call their dad. They're supposed to have them.
Okay. So dad was at work, correct?
Yes, Dad was at work. Dad said he didn't get off until 11. I dropped the kids off right before he got off of work. That's what pissed him off. Instead of waiting until he got off at 11.
As authorities unraveled the situation, it became clear this wasn't a one-time lapse in judgment. The mother had a history of reckless parenting, bouncing the children between relatives, and even engaging in dangerous chases with the father while the kids were in the car.
Who was going?
So I dropped him off, and I told her to call her brother.
Okay, but, like, can you tell me the circumstances around that? Because, like, I was told here that you just left the kids on the front porch and then you...
He did, because he said that's where he was going to be. Oh. So when she said that he wasn't there, I said, you're lying, because he said he was here.
Okay,
and so I left. Because, like I said, that's what he said he was going to be. I left my kids back out with where his dad said they were going to be. That's their auntie. So either way, that's your family. If he's not here then. I'm not about to keep playing these big-ass, childish-ass games.
Okay, yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, your kids, you can't just abandon your kids outside and knock on the door and then run away. Especially the 10-month-old who,
I
like,
didn't
needs
run
to...
away. She was at the door. The door was open. I didn't just leave them.
Right.
I was talking to her. We had a whole conversation.
Okay, custody of the children, correct?
No, we split the custody. We have 50-50.
Sure, but are you going to work or something? Like, what's the deal?
Yes, I have a job.
Where?
I deserve a break. He hasn't even got them. None of the days are his.
Okay, hang on.
So I dropped him off on the...
They advised me that you were at home after you dropped off the kids.
Yes, I went back home. I start work at 7. They've been there since not. They've been there way longer than that.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't drop them off at no 3:50. Them kids been there for damn near 2 hours before you guys even called my mom.
Okay. Okay. And what's your ETA here?
That's 5 minutes. I got gas. Car's gonna cut off. Has anyone tried to call their dad to come get them?
Yeah. Well, we'll be serious, right? I mean, like, can't just like drop off your kids at like people's houses.
Yeah, honestly, like, someone needs to call their dad. Like, honestly, I don't, like, man, I'm just so mad. Like, this is ridiculous to me. Like, I can't even get a break. I can't even get my days that we had.
All right. Well, just let you know, the fire department is here, and they're working on feeding your 10-month-old because the feeding tube isn't working. And so, like, that's like a whole other issue here that we're trying to make sure that these kids are taken care of.
Is the clamp unclamped?
So, we're like I said, we're trying to make sure these kids are taken care of, right? Alarming that like you would just leave your kids here and leave. So, anyways, I'll talk to you more when you get here, and then we'll go from there.
So they're in there Dad's trying to get the pump primed and all that stuff.
Where she's got like a feeding tube thing going on.
Yeah, is the clamp unclamped?
It's not working. Okay, hang on. Put your hands behind your back. Okay. Yeah.
Why are both of y'all back?
You're under arrest for abandonment.
I'm under arrest for.
But this time, her actions crossed the line from carelessness to criminal neglect. Under Washington state law, RCW 26.20.03, child abandonment is a felony offense, carrying a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. When confronted, the mother wasn't remorseful but irritated. However, abandoning a child, especially one requiring round-the-clock medical care, isn't something that can be brushed off with a simple, not my problem.
No, you didn't.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
I left them with their family members and I'm going to jail for abandonment?
Yep, you're going to go.
Whoa, hold the no,
So
I need to call my mom first.
So,
day shift is taking who? Their dad's here and you're telling me he can't do the clamp problem?
also, you're suspended or revoked 3rd degree, so you're also arrested for...
Suspended in the 3rd degree?
Yeah, you're unable to drive. So
What the what about my
you want to
car?
go left or right? Right side.
So who's going to park my car?
Let's do what's it called real quick.
Whoa, what the okay.
Spread your feet.
That's fine.
All right. Since you got
Let's go,
girls,
my mom.
it's the weekend.
You have anything on
There's
you?
no court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday. Yes.
It's today is Friday.
I have work. So that's why you guys had me come here.
Well, Dad's here, and the baby is in dire need to go to the hospital right now.
What do you mean that I just fed her? What are you talking about? There is no dying lying. No, you guys are not about to sit here and make it seem like I didn't feed my child.
All right, so Dad, why don't you hang back with me for a second? We got Mom in custody, all right? We don't need any interaction between you two, all right? It's already been a stressful night for you guys. Let's try to limit all that, all right?
Yo!
My mom will bail me out like your mom, you punk ass.
Up in the car. Put your feet in there.
Yeah, it's okay. And I will get my kid.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna beat her ass.
I know.
I
appreciate you guys.
Say that in front of the police.
I appreciate.
I will beat your ass. Shut up.
Get in the car, please.
You were doing my handshake, you stupid.
Whoa! What the hell are you doing? Did you just kick an officer?
I sure did.
Okay, well now it's a felony.
That's fine with me.
Sick. Okay.
Dude, you're being hella aggressive to me for no reason. You're gonna push me in the car like that. I don't care.
You good?
Yep. She's
You
fine.
good?
Yep. I didn't hit her that hard. I pushed her off of me.
Okay.
Like I said, she was being aggressive towards
Nope,
me.
trying to get you in the car. You can't be kicking officers.
I was getting in the car. She had my cuffs. You guys are being ridiculous.
You know we have body cam.
Am I supposed to get in? Yes, and you can see she had my cuffs. Like I said, how am I going to get in the car? You have my cuffs. I've been mean or aggressive towards nobody. So be towards it to me. Get towards me. You have no reason, like I said, to be aggressive towards me.
I just kept the family inside because things were getting heated. They were kind of amping each other up. So.
You have the right to remain
My
silent.
mom come pick up my car.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can.
My mom.
Hang on. Can she let her read her?
I want to ask a question first. I've been
Your car's getting towed.
to you guys for 2 minutes.
Your car's getting towed. You're suspended 3rd, so you're not able to drive, and you drove here, so now it's getting towed.
Do you understand your rights? Are you willing to talk to us? Yes or no?
No, I want to talk with my kids.
Okay. But do you know your rights
You guys
though?
called me here to pick up my kids.
So asking questions. Whatever she blurts out is whatever. Step up first.
I didn't drop them off by themselves. Like, come on, man. I don't understand if I really neglected these kids. I dropped them off.
Under Washington state law, RCW 9A0.360.031, child abandonment paired with aggressive resistance toward law enforcement meant she was now looking at additional charges, stacking up potential years in prison. While she protested, the law was clear. Parenting is not optional, and leaving children helpless on a doorstep isn't just morally wrong, it's illegal.
Because you would have lied and say I wasn't here. You weren't there.
You're under arrest for abandonment, 3rd degree, and assault for a police officer.
Assault 3 on a police officer.
Yep, it's a felony.
Neglect.
And you'll be going to the King County Jail.
Okay.
Okay, you can start now going over your side of the story, what exactly happened.
Well, from the beginning, me and Maurice have 4 days on, 4 days off. I have them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I drop them off, Thursday at daycare. So I was like, perfect. So I packed up all my kids' clothes for 5 days with extra outfits. For them food, I did everything like I normally do, and I dropped them off at his job. But the only difference this time is I dropped him off early. So he gets mad. And he was like, well, you need to come back to the house to pick up your kids. I said, I'm not coming to pick them up. So we get into a verbal exchange, argument. He said that he was leaving the kids there at the house. So I called the police and asked them to go check my house to see if they were there with my kids. At first, the officer couldn't get up there. They called me back. They asked me if I can come to the house and get to the kids. I said, well, I'm on the freeway to Portland. And I really was. I was leaving Seattle. And I said, well, it's going to take me time to get back. So I stopped the car because I was in Lakewood. I stopped. And I said, no, I don't have no way to get to my car. He goes back after I tell him my kids' ages. He goes back, he knocks on the door, and Maurice is there with the kids. He has the kids. So I go back on the freeway, and I start headed back to Portland. So when I'm on my way back, my mom starts blowing up my phone. She was like, your kids are at my front door. I said, what do you mean my kids are at your front door? She said, Maurice left these kids here with nothing but a jacket on. And I said, are you serious? And she was like, yes. So I had to turn all the way back around, and my kids are outside. So I said, dude, you're playing. I'm going to drop you Snapchat and Facebook. He's over at Tomas's house. So I go over there, and I drop the kids off at Tomas's house. Yes, I unpacked them out of the car. I put them in front of the door, and I knocked at the door, and I stood there. First thing Tomasa does, she comes down the stairs. That window that is right there, she opens it. She was like, Keziah, you can't leave your kids here. I said, I know your brother's here. Because Maurice parked, okay, let me go back. There's 2 ways to get to her house. There's the back way you can go when you go around the roundabout. That's the way that I came. I came around the roundabout from the back, and Maurice's car was parked on the side of the street. So I said, you need to tell your brother to come downstairs and grab his kids. So she was like, you need to come grab him. And so I was like, no, I'm not grabbing him. So the first thing she does, she grabs Kiara. So then when she grabs Kiara, I hop in my car and I drive off. Mind you, actually I didn't drive off. I was actually still in the apartment building. I never left. I was still there even when the other officers pulled up and everybody was calling me. I was watching everything. And then, how I know, Maurice comes outside and goes around the gate. I'm literally watching all of this. And then now everyone's calling me, saying that I need to come get Kiara because she's having medical problems. But when I drop Kiara off, and her medical thing tells you, she was eating. It has the timestamps and everything on her last feed. When I dropped her off, she was eating. So they're saying that I didn't feed her and it was child neglect. No. And I dropped them off with clothes, shoes, and everything. And I made sure she grabbed them before I pulled up. I watched.
In the end, this Karen was taken into custody, while the children were placed safely in their father's care. She had wanted a way out. Instead, she found herself facing a legal battle that could cost her more than just custody. It could cost her freedom. And if she thought disappearing for the night was an escape, the court will soon remind her that some responsibilities don't just vanish when you drive away.
So nobody was parked
in the driveway, ma'am. Everybody was on the road.
I understand, but you need to write what I called 911 for. And what I called is for the last 3 nights. They're coming in my driveway. So tonight they made the turn. I said, get out of my driveway.
They say karma never misses, and for one Georgia woman, it came knocking loud and clear. When years of hostility, destruction, and reckless behavior finally reached a breaking point, there was only one way this was going to end, with a swift trip to the back of a patrol car.
Ma'am, stop yelling! Stop yelling! Stop yelling so I can address the situation. Please. Please stop yelling so I can address what's going on. I'm here. Please stop yelling. Please. Okay, I understand that. Well, please stop yelling. Please stop yelling. Okay, can you see me? Can you please stop yelling?
I'm gonna report you for police misconduct.
Stop yelling.
And she's been going to jail for terroristic
You
threats.
are not Americans. You're
No, she's drunk.
We gonna make a long story short. She damaged our property. Her husband said he'll pay for it. As long as he pay for it, we ain't got no problem. Okay. Now the other night she came out the house with a gun on my children. We reported that. Now tonight she scratched up the cars. Now he said he'll pay for it. There he is. And if he pay for it, that's your wife, sir?
Yes.
We ain't got no problems. I was just trying to.
On December 9th, 2021, officers responded to reports of a woman terrorizing her neighborhood. And what they walked into was far from a simple dispute.
The yelling going on.
She just what she put on my car just now.
Terroristic threats.
Yeah, I told you the other night. She told us. Yeah, I see the scratching on that one.
And right up here. She keyed my car.
When did this happen?
Last night.
Last night? We opened the garage and seen him. Now that boy husband, he said he'll pay for the damage.
It's our second time, the last time.
As long as he write a check and pay for it, we good to go.
And this right here is terroristic threats right here. That's a felony.
I see that.
You know what I'm saying? If she's not arrested for terroristic threats, then what? When she kills somebody, then y'all gonna sit there and say, "Oh, we didn't know."
This the
That's a damn lie, you know.
I will burn you.
Just give me. I see it. Give me a second. Let me talk with him for a second and let my other officer get here on scene.
Okay.
What's going on with your wife?
It's a mental health issue. It's as simple as 7 years. A couple nights ago was the first issue that she's really had with anyone. You know, it was heartbreaking, and so was this. I don't really know what to say. A few years ago, she had a diagnosis, but when she was released from the hospital, she didn't have a diagnosis. She's on probation right now. Yeah, it's just real heartbreaking.
Can you tell me about this stuff here?
I'm worrying about it right now. I'm ready to go to bed, and next thing I know, I hear the door opening, and I'm like, what's going on? She's out here. So I guess she put that sign on the car, and then she started screaming about no parking in the house.
You saw her, you were aware when she was outside, or did you know when she came outside and started doing any of this?
Well, I heard the door open, and I came to the front, and I saw screaming, and then I got her back inside eventually.
This is Mr. Schmidt. He's the resident of this home. When I got here, his wife, he was down here with them. They basically, talked. He said he's willing to pay for the damage that she caused. He said she has some mental issues that she's been suffering through, not diagnosed with anything. When I got here, she was in the window right here yelling, and, I kind of yelled back for her to calm down so I could figure out what's going on. So when I get out...
No, a gun. Last night in front of the police, she told her son to get the machine gun, the AR-15, and kill all these niggas out here. In front of the police, that's a terroristic threat. Y'all say, well, the only thing they're going to do is fingerprint her and let her go because it's a misdemeanor. When a terroristic threat becomes a misdemeanor, that's a felony. They go to evidence right there again tonight when she threatened to goddamn burn everybody up, killing them, burning everybody up. But y'all going to sit there and say, oh, no.
For my sister-in-law, so you got the note right here on the car. As you know, the car.
One neighbor, fed up with the situation, laid out exactly what had been happening. This time, they were determined to see justice served.
She wrote this threat.
Just now.
People was coming out and they caught her doing
I know there
this.
was an issue between you guys. I don't remember when.
It wasn't me.
Now the other officers. What did they tell you guys exactly?
They told us, you wasn't here. They told us pretty much that it was known that she has a mental issue, that they cannot take her to jail because of COVID, that we did not have her on video with the gun or anything. They said there was no guns in the house, so they cannot do nothing. Said it's good that we just keep a paper trail on her, so if something does happen, then y'all already know that we have been calling.
Look like she took something to crack my top. This top probably $900.
Okay.
Now over here, to paint the side of this car, you know they got to paint the whole side of this car. This a new car. He probably looking at maybe $3,000 right there. I don't know.
And I don't know
Did you do anything else to the car?
I don't know,
Because
it's black, yes.
She scratched the car right here. You can see. Daddy, you shine the light.
What you think it is to fix this here? Because they gonna have to paint, excuse me, they gonna have to paint this whole door and over here. You probably looking at about $2,000. I don't know.
What, did something happen to this car too?
Yeah, this is what happened. You have the scratches here. They said this was done last night. He estimated this is going to be about $3,000. I can't honestly say it'll be that, but I'm sure it's going to be about $500. And then he just showed me this, the top of his Corvette, where it's going to be cracked. So, all in all, you have this damage here, which another crack.
Is there any video of this? Like, how do we know?
She's gonna have to get some treatment. She's gonna continue to do this the way she was up there, and we don't know what's in the home right now. The husband said he's basically helpless against her right now. Best course of action is to go ahead and transport her.
I'm just trying to figure out when exactly that's happened because this call says Sunday.
I don't like my shit.
Today's Thursday.
And that's a target.
So how are they saying that all these scratches happened today?
They said this one happened last night, and he said this is the one they caught her in the act of doing tonight.
I mean, I didn't see how she was. You know better than me.
Yeah, she's unstable. She needs some treatment.
I wasn't here for the incident that happened the other night, but I was told by the officers that were here about it. I mean, any reason why, I don't know, you haven't, talked to her and, let her know, like, hey, you know what, maybe we should go and, just again, to get you checked again. Maybe there'd be another different,
Most of the time she's fine.
Right.
Just some of the times it's, high drama.
I don't live here. We visiting here. This is the vehicle that I came in.
Okay.
And the thing
you came in with Miss Morris.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me exactly what was she doing when you came out and how y'all caught her?
When I came out, she was coming from the side of the car right here.
Okay.
And she was screaming and yelling, telling, saying about how she's going to kill people and all this right here, and calling her nigger gypsies and all this right here that we are, Muslim terrorists, all kind of names. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell you this right here, that is a felony. We all got some type of mental issues. You hear me? So if you want to sit there and say, oh, she got mental issues, that's beautiful. This person that sat here and
it looked like she was trying to open up my damn door.
Yeah, they go her fingerprints, all that right on the car, and look right here. And then she got this letter right here, this note right here, on here, and y'all still sitting there and say, oh, we're not going to do anything to her. But if it was the other way around, y'all would have, guess what? If there was a black person in there, y'all would have had about 20 cars here, and y'all would have kicked in the door and went in and drug her out and took her to jail and let the courts decide whether she got mental issues or not. You hear me? But y'all doing that. Y'all don't want to talk to nobody. Okay. We're going to go talk to her white husband, and we're going to see what he's got to say, because his word means more than everything. I don't care, but we all crazy. We all have
appropriate charge and
let's
our
do
course
that.
of action.
Let's do that, because I don't appreciate being called a whore. That lady
Yeah,
don't know me.
the threat. The
She
threat
don't
is right
know
there.
me.
Okay, let's go put our heads together and see what we're going to do. Because I think that she does need to be removed from around here. At the very least, that'll get them settled back down to where they can think rationally.
Among the accusations, she was said to have caused thousands of dollars in damage to vehicles. This conduct was severely charged under Georgia Code SS July 23, 16, which qualifies as criminal damage to property in the second degree, a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison.
Say, I'm going to kill you. Say, I'm going to get my gun. I had 2 minor children sitting on my vet right there. She went in the house and came back out. He had to grab her and pull her back in the house. But when the police came, they said, oh, that's a misdemeanor.
You don't play a
Mr. Smith, could you show us where your wife is at in the house?
Yes.
Ma'am? I'm Officer Thomas with Savannah Police Department.
Good evening.
Did
you come to meet with me?
Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately,
What property did I damage in my property, sir?
Ma'am, please don't
No,
resist
no,
us.
respect.
We're going to explain everything to
What
you.
property did I damage, Daniel?
Just go ahead and put your other hand.
Well, what property did I damage?
We'll let you know. Just put your other hand.
No, no, what did I do?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What?
In the note you put on the car, everything adds up to criminal damage in the property in the second.
I'm the owner of the house.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm waiting for the police because I just called the police.
Okay, we are the police you called.
No, 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 no. You are the guy that.
And I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to ask you to place your hands behind your back, okay?
There, you're supposed to arrest them, not me,
go
Daniel. Daniel, talk to me. What property did I? Daniel, talk to me. They can't park in front of my home. I own. What vehicle did I scratch? That vehicle is not scratched. Since when they can come and park in front of my house? That's a life-threatening threat.
Lower your voice.
Sir, to tell me, get the f*** inside, that's a threat!
There was no threat made to you. Lower your voice.
Daniel, tell them that I didn't do anything. They can park in front of my house and threaten Errol!
Calm down. No one's threatening Errol.
They can't park! You're not here! Telling me get inside, they can't park!
They can park anywhere. It's a public street.
Not in front of my house I own! How can that be a public street?
It's a public street.
Why aren't you just telling me it's a public street, the home I bought?
What?
This home I bought, they can't park from that space to that space and threaten the car is scratched nowhere. Who touched the car?
I don't know.
Well, then say that. Which car, sir, did we scratch? We scratched no vehicle. You look at me.
Let's go this way, ma'am. Hold on, ma'am. Get you in there the right way. Okay.
You're making a
turn to
mistake,
your left.
sir. That car is not touched anywhere.
It's damaged.
That
And
vehicle?
they observed you scratching it, ma'am.
No, it's
Watch your head,
not.
watch
They
your head.
scratched it themselves.
47-46. Thanks, sir. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything logged in, and then I'll get CRN cars drawn up. The cars, because the damage exceeds $500, and you have witnesses who observe her do it. That's why.
But material loss wasn't the only concern. Just days prior, she had allegedly made violent threats, which could fall under Georgia Code SS November 37th, 16, terroristic threats, a felony offense that carries up to 5 years behind bars. As officers attempted to get the situation under control, the woman's behavior didn't do her any favors. Even in the presence of law enforcement, she refused to de-escalate.
Charges criminal damage in her property in the second degree. We're going to see if we can take her to Memorial and see if she can get some kind of emergency treatment or at least an evaluation, so we can figure out what's going on. And that's where she's going at. But I'll get you everything further that I need for you to know. I'm just going to go ahead and get some odds and ends tied up with this call. All right. Sir.
Please, sir, I need to kiss him. Please. Please. Just to kiss him and then I'll private property every night.
It's not private property. They can't park in your driveway. That's illegal. But as long as they park
They came in
on the sidewalk,
my driveway. That's why I knocked them away yesterday. You know, kicked them away from my driveway, and they came again tonight.
people parking on the drive right here on the roadway, that's not illegal.
It's illegal to come inside my driveway, right?
They didn't come inside the
Yes,
driveway.
they did last night and the night before.
No, because it's not illegal. Just how I'm parked here,
It
in
is
their
illegal
house,
to come
it's
inside my
not parked. Nobody was in your driveway. Ma'am, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Sir, 5 vehicles. You have to take my report. I need you to write what I called you for. Please. Officer, please write what I called you for.
No, because it's not illegal to park
It's
on the
illegal
roadway.
to park in my driveway. They parked last night and the night before.
Nobody parks in your driveway.
Were you here last night?
Do you have evidence?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I took pictures of all 5 vehicles. Sir,
Yes.
please tell me
Why didn't you take them before?
I can't breathe right now.
What do you mean you can't breathe?
I can't breathe right now. Please tell him.
You're breathing right now, right?
I can't breathe right
no,
now.
you're breathing. It's okay. You'll be fine.
1 bottle of water and Benadryl,
You're
please.
fine. Step out. Watch your head.
Will someone listen to me so they can write my report as to what happened?
Yeah, I mean, they can talk to them, but like I said...
But why can't you write what I'm
Hold
telling you?
on. No, because I know you called earlier about the vehicles being parked there.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I called 911 for, and what I called is
But-
for the last 3 nights. They're coming in my driveway. So tonight they made the turn. I said, get out of my driveway. Don't park here.
But
And
nobody
the
was parked there.
derogatory language,
Nobody was parked there tonight, though.
when you came, nobody was parked.
Right,
When
and,
you
and that's
were
when you
there-
called. You called because somebody was parked there, but nobody was parked there.
No. I called because somebody was parked in my driveway. When I told them, they moved back. They parked on the side, and they told me, are you going to write my report?
No, ma'am, because that's not a crime.
Her husband insisted that mental health struggles were to blame, but her neighbors had heard it all before. As one of them put it, excuses don't erase the damage done. After a heated exchange, officers had seen enough. When it was time to take her in, she still refused to accept reality, demanding to know why she was the one being arrested. But the evidence spoke for itself, and in the end, there was no escaping accountability.
Do you need to go to the hospital?
Yes, I got pushed and punched in front of my house. I am traumatized. My son is crying at home because 20 black people came and attacked me in front of my house, sir.
Also have to go by the fact that she has an injury on her head.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So at some point she had to have been struck her head.
Yes, thank you. And this is what I told the officers. That's why I called 911, and they disrespectfully ignored everything I said. Please let me finish,
but
sir.
when I got on scene, she was nowhere to be found.
This
She was
is
inside the
racial.
home.
They hit me, they pushed me, and I can't breathe.
I have to take the precaution.
Still have to take it.
Yeah.
Sir.
All right, let's go. We're going to the hospital.
Hold on, sir.
He doesn't care. Let's go.
Thank you. I'm at home. I live in a 2-floor house. A bunch of people looking like gypsy. I can't call them black, but like gypsy. Stopped by my home for 3 nights in a row around the evening. And they would just park their vehicles, about 7 of them.
No, ma'am, he's asking about the injuries you say you had.
That's right. But he's the doctor needs to
The
know.
doctor doesn't
the
care
traumatic-
about the
you need
situation.
to
He
know,
cares about
doctor,
the
right?
injuries.
The injury, how it came to the injury. So they parked in front of my house for 3 nights, and I kept telling them, you can't park in front of my home because this is private property. I am the homeowner. You can only park in front of the person you're visiting. And pardon my English if I can explain. Get the f*** in, who's asking you? I said, sir, you can't say came and push the door inside and hit me on my head. And I almost fell down like this and pulled my shirt and removed this button from my shirt. And he's very big, bigger than this officer, and white and black looking. And the woman was screaming, who the f*** is asking you? Ah, who's asking you? Type of English. She's a gypsy. This is not America I live in, or I'm used to living. And I told them this is worse than racial. Whoever you people are, to me, you're Muslim terrorists. Because if you were black, or at your home, for you to park in front of my house, to get in the driveway and then park there and tell me get the who. And then the guy said, you know what, I'm just going to kill your husband too. I said, are you sick? And I pushed the door, and then my husband came downstairs. He's United States Army for 30 years serving Army. He's retired now. And he couldn't believe his eyes or ears what he's hearing. And that's what I'm trying to tell this. Does not care. I've been assaulted tonight. And he, as an officer, doesn't care to take my report. And I can't breathe.
Okay, hold on 1 second, okay? So, you're not having an allergic reaction? Another thing that I can say is your pupils are kind of really small, so I don't know if you've been drinking earlier or something, or you took something. I'm not saying,
I got assaulted.
Well, that could be, okay, the reaction from the adrenaline. Okay, that could be. All right.
Reaction from head injury.
But not traumatic brain injury.
Yes, it is very traumatic.
All right, love.
A big black man hitting me, it is traumatic. And it is racial.
And it's gonna be very scary.
It is non-American.
I don't know about that, but okay, I hear you.
She was officially charged with criminal damage to property and simple assault, and while her fate now rests in the hands of the court, one thing is certain. This time, she won't be able to talk her way out of it. Today's wild ride comes to an end with justice served and drama that won't be forgotten. Which scene made you gasp the most? Please tell us in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Cop's Dream for your daily dose of real-life action. Thanks for tuning in.